Okay, I seem to be stuck in a Disney rut here, waiting for all the other seasons to catch up. And like I said, currently have in the neighborhood of 120 active TV series on Netflix in my queues. So, and there are several I just removed because I watched the last episodes of a few closing shows. And I'll be adding some new ones to replace this. But, 100 TV series is a lot to keep track of. Especially, when some of them are like 6 episodes. This is 21 episodes. And it was Girl Meets World, which is the, I guess you could say a reboot of Boy Meets World, which I vaguely remember from not that long ago, which is, kind of ironic because I'm really pretty old. And the show is not that old compared to me. But anyways, I remember some of the characters from the few episodes I sort of must have watched in the past 15, 20 years. I don't remember where, when, or how, but I did watch them. And one thing I can tell you from all the other shows I've watched, even the Disney, I'm not even talking about ABC Family, which is like the big brother of ABC Disney Channel. This is definitely a toddler to like 3rd grade audience. They're scripted on that level. Basically, this is something you can expect a 5 or 6-year-old to watch. A lot of the scripts seem like they're essentially, I could have swore there were 3 different first date episodes in 21 shows alone. Yes, it's heavily moral ridden television because, of course, they think that children are really, 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 really slow and need you to be extremely obvious with the moral plot, which is, 30 plus years ago when I was consulting in television, one of the things I actually railed against. And being that I was a teenager at the time and wasn't that far from childhood, I pretty much, didn't need to be, basically, the equivalent I thought of a little while ago was, how many times can you add 1 plus 1 before you become so bored you want the answer to be 3? And trust me, I remember doing 1 plus 1 first, second, and third grades. It seemed we just kept doing the same math problems every week, and it was boring. Anyways, this is a little bit, it's definitely an educational setting, and they try to put in some education there, and they do accomplish that. But once again, 1st to 5th grade level. 5th grade is sort of stretching it. Now, ages are a really tough thing. First of all, because I double check on how old most of the actors are in a show. Because you look at someone and you're going, well, they're playing 12, 13, and 13, 14, whatever, and they're like, 27. And in some cases, not this case, but, other shows, trust me, there are 28-year-olds playing 16-year-olds. Not on Disney Channel, obviously. But these girls are about, well, Rowan is actually the age she's playing. Although at one point I could have swore they said she was 12, and then like 2 episodes later she was 13, and she hadn't had a birthday. And then later they're talking about her going to be 14 soon, and this was all within like the 6-month, 9-month scope of the show from the pilot to the last episode. So it's confusing. But then again, if you're 5 years old and you're watching it once a week, you probably won't catch a lot of these things that, I would catch, which I caught when I was watching Gilligan's Island almost 50 years ago. And it's like there's the plot just there is no continuation. It's like an entirely different story. It's like it's like every episode is a pilot episode. And that's not quite what this is, because there is, some characters are entered and then they continue. Anyways, good show. Great if you're 5. You can, look forward to seeing these, Disney, what they do is they do produce a lot of future talent. They are basically the Little League, warm-up pin for talent. Obviously, they can keep certain talent like Ben Savage and around for decades. They don't quite have that. Good Lord, Annette Funicello. 50, 60 years. I mean, she was representing. Anyways, that's my review. Good to go.